Happy Sabbath. Praise Jesus. Praise Yeshua. Praise Yah. Man, bro. Honestly, I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. It really, it really confuses me with people's state of mind. And I mean, I know mine is, you know, it is what it is. Like, that's just what it is. I don't be tripping out, do like the games and be playing with people and stuff like that. I really try not to like any form of control or being bitter. 'Cause those are the things. Being a bitter person is disgusting. It truly is. Like being bitter and you know just people's I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just like people get to like a certain place and I don't know. Humans have a lot of traits, right? Like a lot of traits. And I'd be just, I'd be looking uh, at all these people, and I don't know. It's weird. It's like people do these changes, and yeah, they're new people and things like that, but they carry a lot of the same things. And I mean, I think that's all of us. Is when we get back in the flesh, that's who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a constant thing to bear your cross, carry your cross. That's why we need to die daily and things like that. But I mean, if we're not doing that and we're still having uh, old tendencies that tend to come out with conversations or just it being in your mind still. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into myself for a second. If I was the same person that I was like years ago, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because yeah, it just wouldn't work. I would I'd be very very self-destructive, and I mean I was already self-destructive for like my whole life. And if I continue to be like that, all I would do would drag other people into being self-destructive, and that's not what I want to do. I mean, that's why I changed. I didn't want to be like that. But I'm also kind of a weird person that goes into myself, and when I do those things, it's not a self-cleansing thing, but I've done it throughout my life. And I mean, I'm the only person I know to do it, like just to isolate yourself. And I did this young. I mean, I think 17 or 18, and I was a serial cheater, and just stuff. Just I wasn't a good person, and I literally isolated myself in a room for like 3 months. I mean, I would leave and like go like pick up like some weed or something, but besides that, I was in that room for like 3 months straight, dissecting my brain on why was I like that. And this is before I had, I had the Lord like really in my life. Granted, I always knew the Lord was real, but I didn't seek Him like that. I was in the world and doing doing things that I wanted to do. But at some point, it was weighing on me that I was hurting all these women that I was dealing with. Like at that time, I was in two long-term relationships with two different women. They both knew about each other. That's not that's not living life, man. And then I mean, I just got tired and kind of just like left them. Well, stuff happened, but yeah, I just kind of left it alone because I have this person that is granted she was a good woman, but too much stuff had happened, and it was just toxic. And then the other woman was, I would say she was a good, she could have been. I mean, everybody has potential, uh, for the right person. Somebody will change their life, and they'll be the person that that person needs. That's I think that's just what it comes down to. And plus, love is a choice. Everything is a choice. Like being a parent, love, that all those things are choices. You don't have to do any of those things. Um, and yeah, I mean, I just don't see why people get into their old ways, like with the controlling and like stuff like that. I don't get it, man. I've been having a lot of weird stuff. Just kind of floating around, and I think it's an ugly situation because how can you be somebody and be this person, but yet you have all weird these weird traits like control issues and things like that. I'm not digging that, and that's the thing too. It's like we're all men. Like that's what it boils down to. We're all men. Like one, you can't talk to me like that. I don't care about what you're talking about. If you can't talk with like understanding and like don't try to little boy me, I don't care about you being older. You talk like a fool, you talk like a fool. You talk to me like a man, because as soon as it starts going to like you're talking little to me, what is there to hear? There's nothing to hear. Like I'm not gonna hear that. Like you can talk to me like a man because that's where we're at. I can understand if I was running around doing foolish things as a boy, but that's not the case. And then like you don't know me, bro. Like you don't. And it's like I just be thinking like, man, like I don't know if it's just stuff that was like passed around that was like said, but it's like, I mean, if there's something that's to be addressed, address it. It's always tiptoeing around things and all that. I don't be understanding that. Like, and that's another thing too. Don't little boy me, but you can talk to me as a man. I don't understand these things, man. I truly don't, because I don't care how much older you are. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna respect you as a man. Period. That's how I was raised. Respect men as men. Now, if in that same boat and they're not doing the things and all that, then there's really nothing to talk about. Because can't nobody make me feel weird about anything that I'm doing. Granted, you could, if I'm straying or something like that, or you see like say I say something on Facebook or something that's like you know strange, or my flesh is speaking. if anybody was to message me and like, hey man, what's going on? Like, kind of got fleshy real quick. I would respect that because that's just, a man, not checking, not checking a young man, but hey, what's going on? Those things are important. We're supposed to do that, especially as believers. If you believe in the Lord, and those kind of things, we're supposed to check each other on things like that. Especially like somebody getting fleshy and, talking worldly, you're supposed to do that. But I mean, yeah, the control thing is what gets me. I can't do the control. I can't do the control things. I can't do the mind games. 'Cause a lot of people be playing mind games and all that. And it's like I don't be acting like I'm like that. Well, one, I'm reserved. There's that. I don't be doing a whole bunch of talking like that until I get comfortable with you. When I get comfortable with you, that's when I'm talking about everything. But besides that, the first time I really start talking to somebody, I'm gonna play stupid. I'm gonna play stupid for a long time until I see your hand, because everybody's gonna show their hand. So that I say that's everybody. Play stupid, play play gullible, play all that. Never outshine the master. You know, 48 Laws of Power, man. That's a cold book. That's a cold book. But I mean, it really does work. 48 Laws of Power. That's a read. Um, but yeah, always let some, like, especially when you meet people, always let them feel superior to you, especially when it's older people. I've learned that, but I think that's just being in the street. Uh, yeah, let them gain that trust where they feel like they have an upper hand, because that's when you'll see if that upper hand is for your benefit or if they're going to just try to use you. And that's the main thing. You want to know if somebody's going to use you or if they're actually looking out for your best interest. And you know, yeah, that's just wild. That's why I'm glad I got a good group of people. I mean, I really don't deal with anybody anyway. You know, like I deal with my mom, and my dad, and then my girl and her people. I really don't. I really don't deal with much besides people that are like that are getting off drugs, like people I went to high school with or something like that. I'll reach out to them every once in a while. But other than that, nah, man. I don't understand the control thing, man. That'd be getting me. And then it's like when people be talking and stuff, and it's like y'all be saying weird things. What be going on in your head and in your spirit where you bring these things up? Because you sound bitter. Like, I understand women, y'all rant and do the things. That's cool. That's that's just what it is. That all that's fine. And that's a woman thing. Women tend to do that. That's perfectly okay. And but not for a man. A man, you need to control your emotions. And on top of that, I mean, if you was a dude, I mean, you should be able to talk to other dudes about the issue. I mean, I address all my things kind of quick. Like, I'll let it go for a second because I want you to be able to voice your opinion or how you're feeling or however you're thinking you're feeling. But once it gets to a point, I'm gonna ask you about it. Like, is there a problem? Is there an issue? There's something I can help you with. Like, but besides that, like, I don't get it, bro. Especially as an older cat. As an older cat, y'all should be able to talk to the younger. Period. It's not like I'm one of these young cats that like you can't say nothing to. That'd be the thing. If I was younger and then like in the world and like all the way not listening to nothing like how I once was, like when I was back in Egypt. Yeah, that was a reference for being in the darkness, being in the world. That's what God's always reminding us of. You know, remember I brought you out of Egypt. Yeah, you sure did. 'Cause I was a slave to myself. I was terrible. And granted, I'm still fighting the flesh, man. The flesh is something. The flesh sucks. This right here, all this is terrible, terrible. Yeah, but I mean, it's not that bad though. Like with people and their ways. I mean, especially once you, I don't know, you get a different lens. Like once you start building your relationship with God, you have a completely different lens at how you look at people, because it's not really so much as them, it's it's their spirit, and you can tell like with their spirit, like they're either gonna cling to you and be cool with you, or they're just not gonna want to deal with you at all. And I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I could really get into detail about all the jazz. I want to get so bad into detail, but I can't do it. Man, at some point though, cause man, this stuff be irking me. I got like four people that just be like, "What is you doing? What are you smoking?" Yeah, I be man, I just don't get it. What y'all be on? And it's like a lot of people be wanting to deal with me, but it's like they can't deal with me. And that's why I said it's a spirit thing. A spirit can't deal with me. And I think it's just honestly, I think it's just them being uncomfortable because I call things out, which it's not. I'm not doing it out of like anger or like spite or like trying to be messy or nothing. Nah, I'm just not. I'm not going for it. Which I think everybody should do that. Like, yeah, we're called to do that. Say your brother's being out of pocket, you're supposed to call him on that. You know. Um, Yeah, I mean, anybody talking out of pocket, anybody getting drunk, like too drunk, yeah, somebody getting too drunk around you, you need to check that. You need to rebuke that and cut them off. Like I remember there was one situation where I was over at my cousin's house, or actually I was at my uncle's house, and my baby mom was dropping my daughter off, and then my little cousins is there, and my big cousin was drinking, and he tried to pass me the bottle. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, hey, the bottle. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I don't drink around my daughter. And he was like, oh, well, you drink around my kids. Okay, well, I do. But if you said that you didn't want me to drink around your kids, I wouldn't. That's that's that. I'm telling you what I don't do, and what I don't do is drink around my daughter or drink in front of her. I'm not doing those things. You know. Granted, I think there will be a point where I would drink around my daughter, but at that point, I think my daughter was like 6, and I don't think to this day my daughter's ever seen me drink, just because that's just a me thing, you know. Um, I think my daughter seen me drunk once, but she didn't really pay attention, or I'm not much different, I guess. I don't know. She was also a lot younger, but and that was in a controlled environment. Like, and I'm never when I say drunk, I'm not like falling everywhere. Like I'm just had drinks, but yeah, I never get drunk while I'm not paying attention to things. Granted, I don't drink no more, but when I did drink, I didn't get to a point where I couldn't do stuff. Like, yeah, if I had to fight, I would be able to fight. If I had to run, I'd be able to run. Be able to hold conversations without getting into huge arguments. But yeah, man, I don't know. Folks is weird with that. Like, I don't see how you can get mad that I drink around your kids, and you didn't say nothing about drinking around your kids, but you get mad because I say I'm not going to drink around my daughter, but you're mad because I drink around my little cousins. If you told me that you don't want me drinking around your kids, I wouldn't drink. You openly drink around your kids. I don't drink around mine. What is the problem? That's what I don't do. You can't be mad at me because I don't drink around my daughter. I want to be looked as a certain way, and that was a thing for a long time. Like, because I knew her mom is an alcoholic, so I always wanted my daughter to be able to say, "Nah, my dad doesn't drink." I truly don't now, but even back then, my daughter never seen me drunk. Like, my daughter just never seen me take a drink of anything. I did that because that's important to me. It's like yelling. When I had my daughter full time when she was a baby, I did not yell at her. The reason why I didn't yell at her is because once she grew up and she was with a man and he yelled at her, she would instantly know that this is time to go. This is not okay. My dad does not yell at me. Why are you yelling at me? Time to go. That's that is important to me. I yelled at her one time. That was crazy. I think she was like 3. I was sitting on the porch. She was playing with a ball, and then the ball had bounced in the street, and then I yelled her name because she had took one step, and I yelled her name. I was like, Mari. And then she just stopped and put her hands on her face and then started crying and then sat down. I felt so bad. I got up and I walked to her and I was like, "Why are you crying?" And she was like, "You yelled at me." And I was like, "Well, I thought you were going to go on the street." I thought you were going to go on the street. And she was like, "No." And I was like, "I'm sorry." I went and got the ball. But there was a car coming, but she was like, "I wasn't going to go." But I'm like, "Hey, man, you know." But that was the only time I actually yelled at my daughter. And that is the correct response that you would want with yelling, because I see it too, like with the yelling in the households with having kids, it makes that a norm, and you don't want your kids growing up in a household where it's constant yelling and fighting and all this other stuff, because what that makes is it makes an unstable household, and that's not communication. That's not communication at all. So you end up having kids that grow up in this environment of all this yelling. So when they get into a relationship, that's how they communicate. They yell at people. And I'll be talking to my daughter. My daughter's 11, and I'll be talking to her, and I'll be like, the yelling and stuff like that. When you get with somebody, it's not gonna work, because you don't know what somebody else's trauma is. Because mine is, I'm gonna shut down. I'm not talking. Somebody starts yelling at me, I'm shutting down. I'm not, because I know where yelling goes. Yelling goes to fights. I'm not finna fight. I'm not finna argue. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna tell you that I love you, and hey, calm down. Like, relax. That's I'm gonna try to give you a hug. There's no reason for you to push off me or punch me. There's no reason for none of that. There's no reason to be yelling. And that's why I'm like really trying to like reprogram my daughter with that, because that I try to explain to her that there are men that hit women. Like, that's still a thing. Granted, it's not publicized and like out there, but that is a thing. Like, that is a thing. And a dude's response could be, well, okay, well, every time there's yelling when I was a kid, I got hit after. So you can go into a relationship and then start yelling at this man, and he hits you. Then what? Okay, so he hits you, and then I'm gonna go to jail because he hit you. No, we have to get this yelling under control, because that's not gonna work. I don't want to go to jail because you're yelling at somebody and they don't know how to hold their composure and all that. Because I yeah, it's just an ugly situation. But that's why God made it where we're supposed to be married when we have kids and not have kids out of wedlock and all these things. It's funny how I see things now. It's wild because having split households is not. It's so hard. It's so hard. Like, because right now my daughter's going between three households. It's her mom, my house, and then my fiance's house. And I can't imagine because I jumped between two households. And granted, I I couldn't really talk to anybody in either household, but I try to make it with my daughter. Like, you can tell me anything. Like, I always kind of use this phrase: you can do whatever. I am tripping, but I'm not finna trip on you. Just tell me what it is so we can figure it out. Because if you don't tell me, I cannot help you. I don't care if you killed a dog. Let me know. Let me know what you did. Because, uh, I can't help you. Like, there's no. And then, like, just sitting with guilt and shame and stuff, that's not gonna work. Especially with just the age of growing up. And then I couldn't imagine growing up now. Like, see, when I was younger, like, we didn't have cell phones and stuff. Like, we was outside, like, we was on bikes and going to the park, and like, that was the spot, was the park. Like, everybody was at the park, and we had a whole bunch of kids in the flats. Yeah, because there was me, my baby mom, her friends. uh what's his name? I forgot his name. He got shot though. Sean Ham, that's what his name was. Sean Ham. He'd always go up to the park, get drunk, and then, like, try to mess with people. One day he messed with somebody and they popped him. They shot him in the stomach, and I was like, oh, never seen him again. He was real big. He was a big dude. Had a whole bunch of weight on him. After he got shot, he lost all that weight. I wonder if he's still alive. I don't know if he's still alive, but I know that humbled him a little bit. I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that humble people. I know when I got in trouble, I popped a dude, or I killed a dude in 2011, 2012, and that humbled me a lot. And then I had my daughter, like, right after, so, like, that was, well, it wasn't right after, but I mean, pretty much that slowed me down a lot with just life. But then I got depressed and got off facts. My baby mom broke up with me, had the baby, and then she gave the baby to me. It was a trip. It was a whole thing. But yeah, no, man, I had my daughter and all kinds of stuff. That's when my life really got good for like 5 years. Got really good. I was doing all the things. Granted, I was paying child support, and my checks would be like $80, like, legit. I'd work for 2 weeks and bring home a check for $80. I get my check at work and cry. I cry in front of everybody. But I didn't care though, because I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping. The reason why I was crying, because how am I supposed to take care of my daughter? That was it. I don't care about nobody in here at all. You know, praise the Lord. Yeah, my daughter was doing swim classes and ballet, and uh, she was doing piano. She did soccer. Uh, she did art class. Yeah, man, I'm doing all the things. But I put my daughter in programs like that so she wouldn't have fear of doing anything. Because, and I see it now with me. Like, I have anxiety and worries and fears of trying new things because I wasn't kind of forced to do things besides football. See, I have my daughter doing everything. And yeah, swim class, ballet, soccer, cooking class, piano, all those things are very important because she's doing all these different things with all these different, like, kinds of people. And from 1 to 5, those are the years where everything's going to set in. And to this day, she's still the same way. She's always wanting to do something. Like, I got her back. She started basketball. Never played basketball really in her life. She's not a basketball player. It's okay, I'm not either, but she's not a basketball player. But yeah, I mean, as long as she likes it, I'm not tripping on it. That's all that matters. Um, Being active and doing the things, that's what's important, you know. Uh, Man, yeah. Lord, thank you for taking me out of darkness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just be thinking. My stuff was rough, man. I don't know how I live like that. Like just going back and like thinking where you was like 10 years ago. Like, man, bro. Like 10 years ago right now, I was on probation for like, yeah, I think I probably would have been like getting close to getting off probation. Daughter was like 1.5. Yeah, that was rough, man. That was a rough part of life. And then losing her. Well, not losing her. I lost in court. I didn't lose her, but I lost in court. Man, there was no way I should have lost. That judge did not like me at all. I was portrayed as something I wasn't, and I don't see how I could have all the doctor's notes and all the I had all her doctor's notes, all her dentist appointments, all the programs I had her in, and I still lost in court because I was on child support. So because child support said that her mom had her every day of the year, I lost. Okay, if she has her every day of the year and I have text messages, oh yeah, then I have text messages that said what day she's going to pick her up. And I still lost. But, that's just what got me here. Praise the Lord. Because, I mean, it sucks. But after that, I got on drugs. I was on fentanyl. I wasn't smoking. I'm not them. I'm not them. I ate them. I took them like pills. But it's not no better. Did that. I was on Suboxone for I think like 3 years. I just got off Suboxone like 4 months ago. Body's just now like really getting back good. Praise the Lord. Yeah, I don't drink. This right here is my only vice. Um, and yeah, once this is gone, I'm gonna try to suffer and not smoke at all. Uh, but yeah, man, just getting out of the darkness. Like, yeah, I didn't think I could own guns. I got a concealed weapons permit now. Now I have like all the guns. Yeah, that's but the reason why I didn't think I could own a gun is because when I got in trouble, like it's a real reason, you know. So I didn't even try because I thought they had me flagged for something, but I don't have a felony. I only got a misdemeanor because I could have sworn I had some kind of weird flag or something, but praise the Lord. Oh man. Okay, so I have my daughter, right? Oh yeah, I got my daughter back. Praise the Lord. She's snoring in the next room. So getting my daughter back, I was able to pause my child support. Been on child support pretty much her whole life. Well, before she was born. But I stopped the child support. I owed, I want to say like 3,000 when I got her, and it's been on hold since then. So I've had her since last August, and child support has just been going up. It's just been on hold. So right now I'm at like 9 grand, like 9.5. And if I lost in court, right, and my daughter was to go back to her mom, if she was to go back to her mom, I would owe all that money, which makes no sense. How can I have her full time? Because I actually have her full time. There is no overnights. My baby mom doesn't have overnights. So how can I technically lose in court and she get the baby back and I owe 9 grand, and I've taken care of her this entire time. That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. I don't see how I don't see how that's a thing. Uh, yeah, no, it's crazy. I don't. Child support is like one of the worst things in the world. But how would I be? How could I have my daughter for a year and child support continue to go up but be on pause, and say I lost and my baby mom got my daughter back, and I would owe her all that money? That makes no sense. Like, because I was talking to child support people about it. Like, how does that even make sense if I've had my daughter this whole time and I haven't? My baby mom hasn't asked if she needed anything. She hasn't done any of that. Because I used to pay 540 something a month, and still bought my daughter clothes and whatever she needed. You know what really bothered me? So right before I got my daughter had started her stuff, and my baby mom didn't have no pads. How do? Sorry, I just started stuttering. How do you not have pads? How did you not expect this? She started the same time you started. You wouldn't think about that. And the women in my family start early. Granted, I don't know anything about that. Now, I knew to have pads because I have a daughter. And then I was already thinking, you know, on like some world ending stuff, because I've been telling people to get ready for like the last 4 or 5 years. Because before I really was like building a relationship with the Lord, I was really paying attention to everything that was going on in the world. Um, yeah, you guys should look into Full Spectrum Survival. Dude's name is Brad. Man, he pays attention to everything, and he's not biased neither. He's not. He doesn't pick a, a left or a right. He's very just an American. Like that. That's what I like. I like people that don't pick a side, don't pick left or right. It's just what's going on. I like those people. Um, yeah, no, yeah. I was telling people for some years to stock up on ammo and gun parts and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done on getting guns. I think I want to get one more, just one. That's it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm good. I know I slowed down on parts. Slow down on parts. Slow down a lot on parts. Actually, I need to get firing pins. Yeah, don't crash, bud. I need to get firing pins for my 22, or for my Glock 22, and a bolt for my 10/22. Yeah, for sure. I think that's something everybody should have. I think everybody needs a 10/22, because that was my thing at first. I had bought I bought a 45. I got a little I would show it, but YouTube be tripping. I got a 30s. It's a little smaller Glock. That's a 45. I got one of those. That was the first, pretty much the first gun I bought. And then what was next? I think my 22. I got a forgot the name of it. Oh, it's a Rossi. That's what it is. It's a Rossi. I bought a Rossi for like 110 bucks or something like that. And then I bought a shotgun. And then only later did I buy the 10/22. But once I bought the 10/22, that Rossi was put up. I mean, granted, I got mags and stuff for it, but yeah, that bad boy went up. And the good thing about the Rossi takes the same mags what's it called? I think it's a Savage. So my Rossi got like, I think I got two 25 round mags for it. But my idea was, I wanted to get guns that everybody would be able to shoot. Cause yeah, my daughter, she's got a she's got a little Phoenix Arms 22. It's like this big, and it's a little 10 shot 22. It's cool. I got that for I think $70 on Gun Broker. They said it was broke, but if you don't have a magazine in it, the slide will just lock back, and it's you can't do nothing. It has to have a magazine. So I just gambled with it, and I bought it. And I put a magazine in it. It works. Changed the recoil spring, but yeah, that shotgun. I mean, pretty much anybody that I'm with would be able to shoot that shotgun. Well, I mean, any man would be able to shoot the shotgun. Um, of course, I have handguns. I have ARs now. I didn't buy an AR until 114. That was like a real thing, like where it was like really pressing. Man, I got beat over the head. I got beat over the head for that AR. Like I was so disappointed. But I mean, I don't know how many ARs I got now. I think I got like four, maybe five. One, two, three, four. I have four. I have four ARs. I had to think about it. But yeah, no, that 1022, I had bought that for like 100, I think 130. They wanted 190 for it, but I talked them down because that's the good thing about pawn shops. The um, it's a 70, it's a 76, and that year of 1022 is like the straightest shooter. Like it's like the best shooter, and I'd believe it. The stock was cracked a little bit, but it wasn't like a solid straight through crack. It was only cracked maybe like this much, and it's just like a thin piece. So I wrapped some like some camo tape around it and been pushing it. It's got a scope on it. The sight is, I didn't really have to sight it in or nothing. Um, and that's enough. Anybody can shoot a 1022. Anybody. It's like my daughter shot my 1022. She shot her 22 Magnum. She got a single shot 22 Magnum. It's dope. I bought that at the pawn shop too. It was it came with a 22 Magnum uh, barrel. Then you can change it to a single shot 12 gauge. She ain't. I'm not letting her shoot the 12 gauge. I can't wait for it too though. Man, I want her to shoot it. Yeah. What was what that crazy stuff Biden said? Biden said all you need is a 12 gauge shotgun. Boy, I'll tell you, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. What? That is one gun. No, there's two guns. Because I have a 308, an Axis. That's something I never wanted to have to shoot a human with. Is that rifle because it's four deer. I don't want to. Nope. And a shotgun. No, those are two things I never want to have to use on a human. 'Cause I don't think people really realize what shotguns do. Like I don't think people think about it. Like, and I think that's why people need to train. And then like certain people are like uneducated. If you take a shotgun and you take a watermelon or a pumpkin and shoot it with that shotgun, if you were to hit a human with that, right? It's ripping off limbs. Like that's why the fatality rate is crazy because you're really not gonna make it. I couldn't do it. I've been talking about this for like the last like 3 days because I don't think I could do it. I don't. I mean, if I had to, I would. But I think, yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, because that's crazy. Like, hitting somebody and then they arm flying off, like I'm instantly throwing up. Like there's none of that. And then that's the cool part. I don't think people really realize people don't just die when they get shot. That's not really a thing. People are still moving. Like unless you like hit them in the head or something, people are still moving. Like yeah, like you're hearing them yell and possibly gargle. That's nah, bro. It doesn't work like that. People don't. People ain't just could drop it. Like that's that movie stuff. People. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't ever want to have to do that ever again. That's cold work. Yeah, that's ugly. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I do want to go hunting though. I do want to shoot a deer. Yes, I do. I have a whole bunch of crazy rounds for my 308, and that's another thing too. Like the ammo that I have is literally for like I would say for generations because I mean that's what I plan for. I don't plan for shootouts and things like that. Nope. I don't think people understand what what that consists of, and just off military standards, it's 300 rounds a gunfight. That's that's a lot. I got maybe four good gunfights, and that's it. And that's just that's just what like ARs like talking 22s. Oh yeah, we going for a minute with some 22s. Yeah, I don't know how many 22 rounds I got, but I got to get them out. I think the last time I counted, I think I was at like 10,000. But I don't know. I don't think people. I think people that have guns need to train with guns. But if you're not, oh no, the emergency phone. Oh no. Put you guys on pause.
Sir, you have one new message for maintenance.
Man, bro. Man, bro, I do not want to go to work. I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. But nah, praise the Lord though, because I got a job. So that's the thing. That's the main part. I don't know if I can go on wife here though. That'd be kind of that'd be kind of out of pocket. But yeah, man, nah, no. Back to what I was saying though. People that have guns and that are just kind of, especially in Oregon, because I see a lot of people at the range, and they're just kind of shooting. That's it. They're not really working on their what they're hitting. They're just shooting. Like I've never seen anything like this where people just shoot and not try to like focus on their aim because see at 20-25 feet I'm shooting a 3-inch group, you know, and this is with a 40 and a 45. 45 sometimes it varies depending on the ammo because some ammo does they act pretty stupid sometimes. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. And if you're not on that commitment tip, like that'd be the thing. That'd be the thing with me. If you're not committed, right? And I mean like committed. If you just have you're just buying a gun and doing the things right, and oh, because I have a gun, nothing's gonna happen. Use a fool to think that if you're not committed and want to do the things right, like get down with the get down, just get rid of the gun. If you're not willing to shoot a person if you have to, get rid of the gun. Because I think a lot of people, especially women, I think they think if a person they pull a gun out and draw down on somebody, that they'll stop. Nah, it's not gonna work like that. Because you're gonna run across somebody where they're not gonna care. So if you're not willing to lay that person down, they're gonna take it from you. And then what? Then you're in trouble, like big trouble, because they're gonna be mad because you drew down on them. And then they gonna do something to you. But let me get off here so y'all know where I'm at.